Chapter 2 of our campaign, we have added a set of aggressors to our units, and we have an interesting mission here. We have to help this priest be able to gather the gene seals of fallen blood angels. So he is locked over here on his own. We're going to have to get a way to connect him with the main force, and then he has to be able to visit these individual locations on the map. I'm expecting a lot more enemy resistance down here as we push into this area of the map, but the first order of business is to be able to connect him with the main force so that he is not just left out to dry on his own over here. Let's see what these aggressors can do, and I am looking forward to being able to use the grenade launchers to be able to open up on these enemies. One more space here brings us into optimal range, and now I'm going to go for these guys over here. I think that we can get other units to be able to attack these Hormagaunts a little bit easier.
In their numbers, they will not overwhelm us.
Ooh, it's so much splash damage. Okay, and then they are able to move up an additional space. Now we bring in their buddies right behind them to layer on those grenades. With the jetpacks, we can actually put our leader behind this unit, which is fantastic. And then we can bring the intercessors over to begin softening them up. Finish them off with the grenades. Yes, we got them all. 2 units and a kill. Alright, we're going to keep on softening them up before we go in with the Lord. We could also simply use these assault units, but I'm going to try and keep their jump pack off cooldown, be able to use them for a quick reposition later on if we need to. And here we got Scout, good information. These units, you can see they're holding blasters and the other ones look similarly. So they're both going to be ranged units. They'll be coming in to get us, which is unfortunate because our pistols here, having these guys overwatch, they'll probably be able to stay out of our range of the overwatch, but we'll take what we can get. Now just to hope that this priest is able to hold off this one unit. I think he's going to be tough enough to do it. I'm actually going to move him up and bring in the... Well, if I use the chainsword, I think we'll be able... No, they won't be able to counterattack because they're ranged units. So we're going to go ham on them with the chainsword.
My chainsword thirsts for their blood.
Alright, Chainsword's able to take off 2 at a time, and this is a special character, so he has 2 action points, able to cut their numbers in half here with the Chainsword. Also, I think that engaging them in melee is going to be pretty beneficial for us, because they're going to be at a disadvantage using their blasters. I don't think that they just have the Flesh Borer, even more sinister. So they don't have a melee attack to be able to get at him, and they'll probably try and fall back. But we have information of another enemy unit over there. That little spotting or sonar, whatever you want to consider it, doesn't give you any information as to the type of unit. So it could be anything. I'm okay pushing the leader all the way up here because of his jetpack. I think he'll be able to reposition pretty easily. And then we're going to come in with his chainsword to finish these guys off. Which means that the priest is able to fall back, harvest the gene seal, and then is able to reposition now. We're going to bring him up. The awesome thing about having the priest now is that he can heal our units. Heal thy brother. Heals a single non-vehicle ally within 1 tile for 35 hit points. This will heal all of the units, or all of the models within a unit. So right now our leader is not damaged, so we won't use it. But it only costs 1 ability point and has a 1-turn cooldown, so we can keep our guys pretty well topped up, so I'm not too worried about taking the early damage here on these units. Alright, let's start thinning these guys out, bringing in the melee attacks, piling on. If only we had an extra model within these units, we'd be able to take them out with only 2 melee attacks. But as it is, just leaving the 2 guys, we should be able to deal with them fairly easily. even if it ends up being with the pistols from my units here. They have half cover right now because they're on a different elevation of terrain and these other rocks that are in the way, so not a very effective attack, but every little bit helps. Then we're going to fall back because I want them to be healed by the priest, and we will bring in the real ranged units to finish these guys off. The half cover is bothersome. I wonder if I move, I'll be able to eliminate their cover. Quarter cover, I'll take that shot. There it is. And now put the rest of the shots here into these termagants. Ooh, the intercessors are so good. And then we're actually going to move back a little bit, maybe get some cover against a counterattack that they might launch. These aggressors can follow up. Putting them into melee feels like a good idea to me. Kind of forcing them to fire against these units, which are more heavily armored than our other units. As you can see down here on their panel, we have evasion level of 10, armor of 7. Then you have the existing movement points and any action points over here on the corner. So we have armor 7 versus the intercessors armor 5. And then the assault squad armor 5. What are our commanders at? Oh, the sergeant's only at armor 5, and the priest is also at armor 5. So, yeah, these guys have better armor even than our commander. End turn, and here we see we have unspent action points. So you have this fist in a circle, red fist in a circle, to show if a unit has any unspent action points. So you can either check over here, or it's also on the unit icon. It's the priest. He doesn't have anything useful that he can do. I could, I suppose, choose to manually overwatch him, but that is one of the awesome options here. When you press end turn and you still have those points, you can just say overwatch and continue, and so then any units that have that action point will automatically do a overwatch at the optimum range of whatever their primary weapon is. Alright, and we have the jump pack off cooldown again. Time to bring the commander back into the front lines. We're going to jump him all the way up here and then be able to... Ooh, these guys have the overwatch. If they're spinning like this, you see the radar thing. They're kind of set to be ready to overwatch, but we didn't take too much damage, so could have been a little bit more careful there, I think.
The promise of battle makes these Primaris restless, eager. It is my duty to assess their potential here on the Swords of Balfora. Through combat, I intend to discover who these red-armored giants truly are. Some of them take in the vistas of the sword like bored tourists. There's little regard for the skies and sands that shaped our father. They will learn quickly, or Balfora will kill them. She does not tolerate laxity. I expect this priest we find will also be new to his role. There is no reason other than youthful ignorance to risk the angel's blood on the swords. In these days following Leviathan's devastation, we are a chapter awash with fresh blood.
Hey, new enemy types! Alright, we're going to check them out as soon as we get to our turn. They're leaving this aura. Oh, it's so cool. And then those little melee guys look like they just want to stay close. They're not sure what to do. Okay. Oh, they're running away. Get him! Take him down. No! He dodged every single one. Is he going to dodge all 6 attacks? He does get a bonus to evasion as they complete the fallback maneuver. So, but now he wants to risk it again. Tested his luck too many times. Too many times. Okay, so the priest advances and then uses one of his action points to harvest over there. He still has 2 movement points left, which would get him in range to be able to heal somebody. So I want to take advantage of that. And this is a beautiful choke point. You see with the cliffs here and then these positions. If we can get our guys down here, I think the enemies will have to funnel up into us and we're able to just cut them up with a lot of Overwatch attacks. So that's what I'm looking to do here. It probably would be good to send a scout up this direction as well, just to be able to see if the enemy is pushing any units over on that direction. I actually don't like that. You can reset the Overwatch. The order is not quite final. I don't know if I want to push it all the way out here, because this is a pretty suboptimal shot when the enemy's there. So I'm going to set it right here at kind of the entrance to this gully. The second unit of intercessors are going to do the exact same thing. Get the Overwatch in the same position. And then these units of aggressors are able to come down. And I think their grenades are off cooldown. Yes, they are. I actually advanced them too far. That's amazing. Their range is so long. Okay, but we should check out what this guy is. A Venomthrop. Enemy is behind full cover currently, but grenades don't care about your cover. So these guys, very healthy. They look like kind of the enemy's version of our aggressors. They got the Endless Hunger, yes, and they are enhanced. I think this is because of the difficulty level that I am playing. I'm playing on the max difficulty level here. Their weapons is Toxic Lash, but then they also are doing this Toxic Presence. Okay, so this is a status effect that they have. Is they have they're taking extra damage, I think, for being within this toxic area. Interesting. So they're like shooting out this poison. I wonder what happens when our guys are stuck inside the poison, or if they ever get placed within the poison. But I will fall back. I should have checked the ranges. Here we go. Send the grenades. Let's see what the grenades do to them. The grenades are probably better used against the horde of enemies here. Yeah, for sure. So they got about 20 damage on all the models, which 20 damage across 8 models is a lot more damage than 20 damage across 4 models. Explaining a basic math here on the TeddyNinja channel. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. That is a lot better.
Sergeant, with the relay offline, I was afraid only the Xenos had heard my calls for backup. Make haste. My reductor still has work to do.
As you say, brother. The Bloodblades of the 8th are ever eager to serve the sanguinary priesthood.
When the day is darkest, we prevail through control.
They shall not pass.
The sanguinary priesthood serves the will of the chapter.
Yeah, the priest can overwatch. Everybody, brace. Overwatch. And then Commander is also going to use that same tactical precision buff and his own overwatch. His own overwatch is much shorter. Being in the back with a pistol doesn't let him support very well. I kind of want to keep my eyes on this side. Keep on scouting, my boys. You're not going to be too much good for me in this corridor on the other side anyway, so. And then make sure you watch yourselves. It's too bad that they have to overwatch this direction and they cannot keep line of sight down here. That's the way the map is shaken out. Right into all the overwatch hits. Okay, that's a lot of damage. They still have all 3 models though. There we go. Oh, we got him down with just the overwatch shots. That's so good. Okay, now the priest is taking his pot shots. A little bit more supporting fire. I think these guys are going to be able to make it up to where they want to be though. Unless the Lord has anything to say about it. He took one of them down. Oh, there's the spore cloud. Okay. That does a lot of damage. It does about a little under 10 damage to all the units in, and it's a 9 space radius. Ooh, it's dangerous. Oh yeah, these guys are sad. Look at this. You have no access to my guys. You just want to stay in the back. Okay. Well, we can make kind of a tactical retreat here because it's still a very narrow position. And because we've taken the gene seal that we needed, we can move on. But we probably do want to heal some of the guys who are poisoned, just to be able to keep them topped off. Take your shots while you can. This is a pretty optimum shot for us. I guess these guys are so close that I should be using them as well. Yeah, these guys were softened up by all the grenades earlier. Should be easy pickings for the intercessors. He only has movement left, so it's time to move him back. And we were looking to swing him around to be able to get to here. We could bring him down and through, but then we have to go through all this poison. And this eventually expires. It expires in 2 turns. We see overlapping effects here. I'm not sure if they stack. But rather than waiting for them to expire, we can just walk them back, because I know this area is safe. There we go. Enemies taken care of. So we will back up 1 space here, but we're going to leave these guys as an overwatch, expecting more enemy reinforcements, and then keep the rest of the units here with the leader. We'll actually jump pack the commander out here to his assault team. I could have jump packed him all the way down to the key position, but that would be so far ahead of the priest that I don't think it's worth it. Maybe we keep both of the aggressors here to hold this choke point, because they're definitely going to be the guys who are capable of doing it. Alright, now we're able to get excellent line of sight. We haven't seen any little like radar peeps that would show us that more enemies are coming in this direction, but better safe than sorry. There's the extra poison damage. Another 20 damage on him. Looks like he was the only one though. Tyranid still want to push up that choke point. More than happy to oblige them. Okay, so these guys actually overwatched. They're worried about me advancing. No. You guys come to me. This is how this works. I don't want to walk back into the poison. Man. But I do want to use the frag grenades. I think that we pull the grenades to be able to eliminate this ranged unit. And then we'll just not be able to... We'll brace for this guy's charge. Yeah, we got him. Brilliant. Okay, so you see on the movement points here, you have the white spaces. Those are using your normal movement points. And then the red is where you are starting to spend your action points to be able to move even farther. So it's a very expensive sprint, because it means that you're not able to attack or overwatch or use your abilities. But if your key to just winning the scenario is being able to get this man to this spot, sometimes he's going to have to sprint. Do I want to back up? I could back up. We have Blood Angels. Is that within the Blood Angels code? I don't know. Oh man, their line of sight is enormous. These guys can shoot to here. The intensity of the color of the eyes or the target indicators, if it's actively your turn, will show how much of an accuracy penalty they're taking. So you want the eyes to be bright or the targeting indicators to be large. I think we will just slide back here and then change our facing so we're don't have our backs to the enemy. Ooh. Okay, I'm kind of glad that we backed up now. Seeing all these units. Okay. And even more to come. Good gosh. So there, they lost the action point to be able to sprint to engage here. This is a lot of reinforcements, guys. Things are gonna get messy. Did I need any heals? I don't think I did. We're just pushing the priest up. How? Defending this position is a lot harder than defending the last position. That may come to bite us. Then again, if they advance all the way up to here, defending this corridor I think will be very easy. We got 2 of them. Go in with the fists. And we're actually going to bring the intercessors back provide support. Yeah, it's the killing floor. I don't want to be too aggressive down here because we saw some of the Tyranids. These guys are facing out this direction. I think they're going to try and come around. We're just going to keep pace with the priest. Be able to set our overwatches. And protect him as he dives in for the Gene Seal to finish the game. Ah, the enemy moves all up the hill. Do they do the charge? We're not able to set any overwatches, so they're able to get in that leap attack. Here they go. Ranged attack against us as well. It'd be really good if we had the priest to be able to heal our men. He is too far on the other side. We have split the party. We split the party. I wonder if they have, like, is the AI able to see my characters over here? Do they have line of sight, or do they just, like, always know where I am? They seem to only be choosing to run up this direction. I wonder how much of that is that I have, like, managed to stay out of sight, or if it's just, like, the enemy attacks the closest enemies to it. So, like, if I show myself over here, am I gonna pull some units off? Maybe I don't want to do that. Stay back. And these guys are just getting chewed up here and standing in the very front. We're going to try and soften them up as much as possible here. This should finish them off. Now we can give our guys a much needed break. Though they are able to... Let's have them attack first. Good, we got 3 of them. And then... If I fall back this way, this should give me cover. Still want to change facing, though. It is optimal range for the bolt casters, so we're going to go in. Lay down the ordnance. Not bad. We're down to 3 models. We still have movement points if we want to reposition. We could back up a little bit. Alright, the enemies have finally come around the side to attack us. And unfortunately for us, we only have like our melee-based guys. So I think the Poison Cloud is going to be pretty effective against them. Just all these dead bugs. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, here we go. Priest. We are facing overwhelming odds. Time to harvest the final Blood Angel Geneseed. Ah! Blood Angel's work is never done. We must clear the area of Tyranids with 13 remaining. At least I hope this means that they do not get reinforcements. But now their facing is all wonky, so I can use a melee attack here without any counterattack.
Carleon. Sergeant Carleon of the 8th. This is Matano. Respond, brother.
Captain Matano. You've earned the rank, brother. Use it.
And these council meetings are a swift reminder of how unqualified the title feels. Pray distract me from all this talk of logistics and recovery. Give me your assessment of the Primaris.
They're still courting beautiful Balfora. Plenty of corns remain for them to stretch their muscles. They've just finished intervening on behalf of Brother Arturo, in fact.
The priest. I sent him with Pentasio to clear the Xenos pools west of the flats. Where is the sergeant?
dead, along with his men. Sergeant Pentasio insisted I retreat from the alien pools with the few progenoids I had, right before his own throat was crushed. There was a foul presence among the alien towers.
Show me. Take me to where you left Pentasio to die, priest. You will recover our brother's remaining Geneseed, despite whatever you think lurks within those festering pits.
Mission 2 is in the books. Thank you guys for watching this Warhammer 40K Battlesector Let's Play. Tune in next time as we continue through the campaign, recruiting better and better units, upgrades for our units, and going up against harder and harder enemies. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of mixing in the storyline with maybe a time lapse of my gameplay in the missions, because the missions can kind of drag on to be pretty long as we deal with all of the bugs, and then also just like I want to be able to show the storyline, but I don't want to just kind of have it sandwiched on either end of the gameplay and it just sits and drags on and on. So thank you guys again, and hope to see you guys in the next video.